G'day, welcome back. It's been Christmas, it's been New Year. We've had a bit of a break and we're back cooking again, getting ready for the new year. Today I'm doing a frittata, which is basically an Italian version of a fried omelette, basically. And we're using our homegrown, we have had an abundance of eggs from our chickens, and I just wanted to explain to you a bit about the eggs. If we get a close up here, we can see a dirty kind of egg and a clean egg. Now the difference is the dirty egg has what's called a bloom on it, which is protects the egg from any sort of bacteria getting inside, and it seals the layers. There's 6,000 to 8,000 layers of shell pores within each egg. So it seems quite amazing, really, that there's 6,000 to 8,000 layers of shell pores between the shell and the yolk. So as you can see, this one here's still got the bloom on it. And the bloom, what happens in a normal situation with eggs is that I don't know how long they're kept before they're washed, but I can honestly say from an egg being laid to it getting on the shelf, it's going to be more than a month. When they say fresh eggs, I mean they're a month old. These, outside of the fridge, they can stay for, with their bloom on there, they can stay for one month, 2 months before washing the bloom off. I'd sort of tend to wash them and put them in the fridge straight away to keep them chilled, and that's the bloom washed off. So we're going to crack some eggs. I've got 6 eggs here with no bloom. And we're going to mix that, and we're going to come back, and when we come back I'm going to show you some other tips to making this frittata. Okay, the frittata initially, what I would do is just get this is some really good bacon, organic bacon, smoked organic bacon, and put it in a pan, along with some leeks. But you can use spring onion, you can use white onion, you can use anything, but I use leek because it's not as pungent. And the word frittata is basically friggere, which is to fry in Italian, right? So friggere, remember that, is to fry in Italian. So what I'm going to do is saute these up a little bit first, and then whilst we're doing that, we're going to come back over to the eggs, and we're going to prepare the eggs. Right, I've got some really nice Parmesan cheese here, adding maybe 2 tablespoons. That was maybe a little bit too much in the bowl. And it is basically what is in your cupboard or fridge. Some very fresh continental parsley in there as well. This is canned capsicum in there as well. This is canned corn in there as well. Let's mix it all up. Now there is a trick with eggs. I don't salt eggs before they are cooked. I salt eggs after they are cooked, because I just find the theory of the salt having more effect to it once the eggs are cooked. Now, once all this was just sauteed a little bit, I'm adding that to my egg mixture. Now, another little tip is to use a pan with a steel handle, because I've preheated the oven to 180 degrees. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook it in the pan first, and then it's going to go in the oven. So we mix this all up. It's quite a thick consistency. And a little bit more olive oil in the pan. Let's get that nice and hot. Alright. And then we're going to pour in our egg mixture. The good thing about frittata is, seriously, it's one of those things that is really quite wholesome, and you can't have a lot of it because it's so filling, but you can kind of eat it throughout the day. So this is going to cook in the pan for a little bit, and then we're going to come back and then we're going to put it in the oven. Okay, we're back and we are looking at the frittata that's been cooking for a little bit of time. What I'm doing is slowly going to lift and see what the bottom is. The bottom is looking quite good and well cooked. I'm going to add now some mozzarella to the top. And then we're going to stick it in the oven and let it cook for however long. And it's basically, when you see it browning on top at the moment, that's kind of cooked perfectly on the bottom. You can see it fluffing and bubbling on the outside. So I'm ready to stick this in my oven. Okay, we're putting the frittata in the oven with our steel handle. If you don't have a steel handle pan, get one and stick some foil around it, because that's got to be completely enclosed in the oven. Alright, but the steel handle pans are the way to go. So we're going to come back in a bit and see what's looking like when it's cooked. It's going to probably be in there for about maybe 10-15 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, who knows. Let's see what happens. We're just checking on the frittata, and remember guys, we're in oven mitt, right? Because this handle's really hot. So it's not looking too bad, but I'm going to just leave it in there another, 5 or so minutes to brown it up, and then we're going to put it on a plate and have a taste. But remember, oven mitt. Very important. Okay, this has been about 20 odd minutes, right? And I've just changed the position of it, and it seems as though it's non-stick. So what I tend to do is just let it sit in the pan for a little bit. And when I say a little bit, it can be, anything up to 5 minutes if you want to. Okay, we're just going to lift the frittata out. Oh, look at that. So, really important, non-stick. See, that handle is still a bit hot. Non-stick pan. Right? If you use a pan that's sticks, you're going to have egg on the bottom. So we're going to cut this and we're going to taste it. So that's what it looks like. And this is what it tastes like. Hot and really hot. We need to add some salt. So here I have my molten salt that I'm adding to my cooked eggs and frittata, and that is going to just then be beautiful. Buon appetito!